It's Arabian Nights 1101, or rather Arbian Nights, I suppose. Picture on the front is stolen right from the box art of Prince of Persia, which came out in 1992, so that dates this multi-cart to be released some point after that. In previous videos where we've looked at old multi-carts like this, I've always mentioned how I'd love to someday find one in the box, and now I got one. We're gonna unbox this and have a look at it. Pretty plain black, says TV game cartridge, no mention of the NES whatsoever on there, but take that out and that's what your cart looks like. Nothing on the back or the top whatsoever. Sometimes you'll find some multi-carts that will have like a whole game list printed on the back, but 1,100 games, kind of a lot to be put on there, I suppose. So instead, inside the box, what you get is this fold-out sheet that lists every single thing we're gonna find once we check this out in just a second. I personally have not yet played this. This is actually a recent pickup, and I wanted to check it out with all of you. So I have quickly glanced at this sheet to know what it means, but have not studied it in length to know what we're actually gonna be playing today. So hope you're excited to check it out as I am, and let's jump right in. Alright, so here we go, and the first thing that jumps out at you right off the bat is the fact that there are 8 different Tetrises here, and according to my calculations, the NES had 3 different versions, the 2 official Nintendo ones, plus the Black Cart Tengen one, which a lot of people really like because that has the versus multiplayer in there, and then on the Famicom there are 2 different Tetris games, Tetris 1 and Tetris 2 made by Bulletproof Software, so they're not the same as the ones that we got in North America, and then in Japan there's also Tetris Flash, which was localized to North America as Tetris 2. So hope you followed all that, but basically, from what I calculate, there are 5 different versions of 8-bit Tetris. So how do you get 8 out of that? That's the question we're going to have to answer here. So let's check out, of course we're not going to go through every single game today, that would take way too long, but we're gonna jump around, check out the ones that catch our interest, and let's check out Tetris 1, which if I'm correct, I think this is the original Famicom version, but they took away the BPS splash screen at the beginning. That's the funny thing about these flash carts, is they'll do little things to kind of take any copyright information off, so they're not technically stealing if you don't know that they're stealing, I guess is their logic. And this is always great music. I love this music for playing Tetris, but the original BPS version of Tetris has like the weirdest controls where down flips the block, A insta drops it. Like, it is just so weird how this version of Tetris is. But, you know, Tetris was, like, brand spanking new back then. Like, I can't even tell where I'm lined up here. And, like, you can't make it drop faster. It's like you either wait this out or you press A to slam it instantly. But, yeah, this is the, again, Famicom version of Tetris. If it's just something you've always wanted to try, well, then there you go. But let's reset that and get back to our menu here, as I want to see what Tetris 2 is. Don't tell me it's just Famicom Tetris again. Ooh, I think this is Tengen Tetris. It is! So already, Tengen Tetris, as I mentioned, is a very sought-after NES game, unlicensed of course, but the most valuable and rarest of the Black Cart Tengen games, so this is already making this multi-cart to be a great value, and something that is definitely worth picking up if you see it yourself, just to get this, you know, Tengen Tetris that has 2-player capabilities in here, unlike Nintendo's own official version of Tetris, which is absolutely crazy. But that's great to see on here. I love this. Again, already, you know, making this this multi-cart worth owning. So now I'm really curious, are we actually going to get like 8 different versions of Tetris? What are the other 3 that I'm not aware of then? 3D block, and oh my, what is that in the background? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well there are a lot of different levels, and I pressed select, so now the only way... Oh no, I can't go back. No, I didn't want to do level 9. It's like... Have you ever played 3D Tetris on the Virtual Boy? I know that all of you have. This is actually very reminiscent of that, where you have like a 3D kind of perspective, and you're arranging blocks inside like a void like this. This is fascinating. How do you flip things though? There's no instruction manual included with this. Of course you get that cool list of games, but I have never played this game in my life. This is awesome. So already you're seeing just one of the cool things about multi-carts. is that you just never know what you're going to find, and sometimes you'll even find games that you've just never played before. Like this is such an oddball thing. This isn't even just like a like a Famicom game that wasn't localized here. I think this is just a complete homebrew sort of thing. And with some imagery on the title screen there that makes me worry what might happen if we beat a level. So you know, perhaps it's good that we're not playing so well. But I would have to take some time to get used to these controls. Like, how do you flip it? Like, can I flip it, you know, vertically? This is so weird. Okay, let's just get a game over. Let's hope that whatever imagery we're shown when we get a game over is not too spicy here. Okay, let's see. I'm guessing if we get too close to the top, that's probably it for us. Alright, that's 3D Block, everyone! 1991 RCM, very interesting. Okay, so that's apparently Tetris 3. Can't believe all of you didn't know that. I certainly did. Okay, let's see, what else do we got on here? Now I'm really excited to see what Tetris, what the rest of the Tetrises are. Tetris 4 is actually flippable, but I was gonna say they rearranged the title, but no, just a fancy title animation going on there. So here you are, you know, this is a Famicom exclusive game. So again, something that, you know, a lot of people probably don't own. So it's a cool thing that you can grab. Now, flippable is actually one I haven't really played, nor have I ever read the instruction manual, so I can't tell you too much about how it works. But yeah, I think that you do this, yeah, and he goes from the top and you can hit that. So yeah, you're getting the different symbols. You just like kind of match them there. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so again, you know, it's not just those crazy homebrew wacky games. Sometimes you're just getting those Japanese exclusives as well. And so far we've played 4 games and all 4 have been different. So, you know, it has about as many games so far as 10 million in one. And something tells me we're still gonna find many more games unique on this cart. So let's try this again. And Tetris 5 is Quarth. Now this is actually a Konami game, a Famicom exclusive Konami game where you have to make a line out of blocks, or actually no, you just have to kind of make like a big block. Let's skip like way ahead to make things really exciting. I don't know what the difference between each ship. I do own this game. I played it a little bit, but yeah, if your line hits like that line, you're toast. But you got to make like, yeah, like solid blocks like that, and then they disappear. From when I played it was quite simple, but maybe I'm about to eat those words. Yeah, I mean I did go all the way up to level 9 like immediately. But yeah, again, another like Japanese exclusive on here, which is pretty cool. And I can definitely see why they would call this Tetris. What are we on? Tetris 5 now? Certainly has some similarity there. But again, you know, if you've ever wanted to explore more of the Famicom library, you know, flashcards like this are a surprisingly decent way. Okay, so I think that was Tetris 5. Tetris 4 was flippable. Tetris 5 was Quarth. What do we got going for Tetris 6? Puzznick! Oh no! No, I never wanted to play this game again. This is an NES game. Also a Famicom game, but oh my gosh, what was it? I think 160 levels of this. So you grab the blocks and you move them so that the two of the same block are touching each other and then they disappear. And it starts off very simple, but later on you'll start getting odd numbers of blocks. So like you basically have to clear 3 at once. So, you know, say there's 5 of one block, you'd have to do a 3 clear and then a 2 clear to get rid of them all. Because if you just leave one straggler, then there's nothing you can really do about it. But you get so sick of this by the time you've done 160 levels. Yeah, I never want to see this game again. So I'll finish this level, and then I'm quite happy to move on from Tetris 6. Alright, never again. Alright, let's give it up for Tetris 7. So far, we have still not seen either of the NES Tetris games, the official ones. We actually got Tengen Tetris, which, you know, again, people will argue is like the better one, so you're doing pretty well. And we've not seen Bulletproof Tetris 2, Bulletproof Software Tetris 2. So again, 2 to go. I'm excited to see what we get. Oh, Dr. Mario is now Tetris 7. He's looking kind of blue in the face there. But again, it's not even Dr. Mario. They wiped away the title screen, so it's totally not illegal that they stole this. I have beat level 20 on low. Oh, no. That did not sound good at all. But okay, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, it's Dr. Mario, everybody. I mean, Tetris 7. The one that everyone loves. Can't get enough of that. Dr. Mario. But okay, I think we understand how Dr. Mario works. Alright, Tetris 8. Now I'm really excited. What is the final Tetris going to be? So many possibilities. It can literally be any 8-bit puzzle game from what we've seen so far. Magic Jewelry 2. Now, I think I've played this one on another multicart at some point. Yes, I've played this somewhere. But just like that other one that we played, this is a complete homebrew. Not a Famicom game, not released in any official capacity. This is just like someone homebrewed this up. I think it's like columns, if I'm remembering correctly here. It is indeed. So you kind of do like a thing like that. So columns, not one I've played too much. Columns more for those Sega people out there. It always seemed like a kind of easier puzzle game, but then again, I also have to admit I haven't gotten to like the higher levels of columns, so it's completely possible that, you know, it kicks your butt the deeper that you get into it. But yeah, so just already, you know, we've played 8 games on this cart, and it's already like really, really cool. Absolutely worth picking up. Whether, you know, you're just looking to play some Famicom games or some homebrew games, or you want a, you know, pretty sought after NES game, an unlicensed NES game, this is the multi-cart for you. Now I'm really excited to kind of dive more into it. Maybe we do need to do every single game. We'll break this up into like 40 parts or something. But alright, so yeah, 8 Tetrises, and overall, I'm pretty impressed with the selection that we were given. But then you get Bomberman number 9, which I feel like we should skip the ones that kind of, you know, it's obvious what they are. Every multi-cart typically has Bomberman, but just for thoroughness sake, we'll try it as well, I guess. Again, I think there was probably like copyright information there that they wiped off. Can I press anything here to skip any levels? No. Alright, let's blow up some stuff. Alright, there we go. Okay, so it looks like pretty typical Bomberman right now. Again, I think it's like, is it 40 or 50 levels? I think I was expecting 50 and then like it ended after 40 and I was like, what? But yeah, it's not the longest game. Bomberman 2 though, if you ever have a chance to play Bomberman 2 on the NES, it's pretty snazzy. But otherwise, Bomberman 1, you know what to expect. But after Bomberman, we get Legend. Now, what is this going to be? Legend of Zelda? If I had to guess, it's probably Legend of Kage, because that's a pretty typical game to find on your multi-carts. And I believe it is indeed Legend of Kage, but there's the title. Yeah, Kage Densetsu. There you go. And this is, again, one that was released on the NES and on the Famicom. I don't think we need to play too much Legend of Kage. Gotta remember how to play here, though. I don't remember... Can you shoot by default? So you don't have to pick up a power-up for that? No. It's if you pick up enough power-ups, you get a weapon that like starts piercing through enemies, and that's awesome. It seems like a one-hit kill sort of deal, but yeah, see, now I'm green, and now yeah, see, I can pierce... And I think if you get the yellow suit, then you can like run even faster. I think the way that I beat this game is you have to play it through like 3 times. What is it? 4 stages, I think. 4 stages, you have to play through them 3 times each, and then you get like the true ending. You haven't truly lived until you've seen the end of The Legend of Kage. But alright, let's reset this. Okay, and then Legend, and then Circus. Circus Charlie is a very common one to have included on multi-carts. And again, that's a Japanese, or actually it might have even had a PAL release, but not released in North America, so that's another cool one to have on there. Tank City, so that's probably Battle City, a game that quite a few people like quite a bit. And it usually ends up on multi-carts like this. And is it normal to be able to select what level you want at the beginning? Possibly. I think so. So you can kind of pick whatever thing you want there. Point is to destroy all the dudes before they destroy you, or destroy your like statue thing down there. Yeah, it's a great game, and you can play multiplayer with your friends as well. This game has like 40 billion ROM hacks out there, so you can never ever say that there's not enough Battle City for you to play, if that's what you're into. But all right, let's reset that again. What do you think of the Pac-Man? So we got Ms. Pac-Man. Again, there was 2 different versions of Ms. Pac-Man on the NES. There was the official Namco one, which plays a lot more like the typical Pac-Man. And there was a Tengen one as well, which was very funky. But it's Pac-Man presents Ms. Pac-Mibin. And this is the Tengen one. Interesting. So you can do like, yeah, Pac Booster, you gotta have it on. Pac Booster to go faster. You can do like crazy levels. You can do different sizes as well, like arcade size. Yeah, so Tengen Ms. Pac-Man was actually more fun than the official Namco one, just because of all the funky features that it's got in there. Like being able to hold the A button to go like super fast. It's just really satisfying to go really fast in Pac-Man. Alright. Now let's see what Pac-Man 1 and 2 are. Now I'm curious. Yeah, so Pac-Man, just the typical Pac-Man. I'm guessing Pac-Man 2 will probably be Ms. Pac-Man, like the Namco version, or it might be Pac-Mania, so let's check that. And this is Pac-Land! Aha! Another Japanese exclusive, except this is one of like the worst games ever. Because you move left and right, so like B moves you left, A moves you right, and up jumps. That is the weirdest controls for like any platformer ever. But again, if you're just looking to play some games that never came out in North America, this is a great cart for that already. Lots of Famicom exclusives, even some homebrew in there. Very cool. Yeah, so again, Battle City was a Famicom exclusive. Door Doors, another Famicom exclusive puzzle game. Arkanoid, we all know. Which Arkanoid do you think it is? The Arkanoid OG. Does it have like a level select feature in here? This is one of the most notorious games for beating, like legit, because it doesn't give you any continues, which makes 0 sense. Because it's an arcade game that was made to eat your quarters. It should absolutely allow you to continue at least a few times, but no, you're supposed to play through like 35 levels without continuing even once. And also, we're playing it right now with the D-pad, which is near impossible. You really need that VAS dial controller to give you the varying speeds and accuracy that you're going to want in this game. But alright, let's reset that. Of course, Japan had an exclusive Arkanoid 2. Which unfortunately I don't see there. Paperboy, we streamed that one. Adventure Island. Takahashi Meijin's Adventure Island. There you go. Although they took off the Takahashi Meijin part. It literally is just Adventure Island now. Adventure Island 1 leaves a little bit to be desired. It's 32 levels, 8 worlds, 4 levels each, just like the OG SMB. And it starts off really easy, so for a long time I didn't play it. So I'm like, oh man, this game is way too simple. But once you get into it about like halfway, no one wants the skateboard. I should have grabbed it just for fun anyway. Oh, ugh. Can't go back in this one. You can go back like a little bit in the second one, and then they got rid of that feature in the third one, which was really annoying. It's such a nice thing to be able to do. But yeah, that's Adventure Island. It starts out pretty simple. Unless you go run into birds like a big dummy like I did just right there. But there's one thing I want to show you at the end of this. In case you ever do decide to play Adventure Island on your own. But you're going to want to know. Otherwise, yeah, it's just satisfying throwing axes and stuff with all the enemies. I almost at that same guy again. But if you want to play any Adventure Island games, the third one was my favorite. The second one's also really good too. But again, the first one, this was actually not even, originally like an Adventure Island. What was this again? This was... No. I don't know why the name Kid Cool is coming to my mind. It's definitely not Kid Cool. Not Alex Kidd. There's another series out there that Adventure Island was originally, and perhaps when we get to the end here, it will come to me. But it's funny because it was like a Sega series, but when they brought it to the NES, they changed it. So what you want to do is you want to come right here, and getting this B allows you to continue if you get a game over, and that's not a cheat. It's mentioned in the instruction manual, so you can do that. Without that, good luck beating all 32 levels without a game over, especially World 8. I spent hours alone on just the final world. Thank goodness for the ability to continue. But it's Wonder Boy, I think. The original Wonder Boy was actually Adventure Island. And they, because Sega and Nintendo were like having fisticuffs or whatever, when they brought it onto the NES, it was actually Takahashi Meiji. But then when they brought it to the NES and not the Famicom, it was just Master Higgins and his Adventure Island. So crazy times for all. Alright, next one I'm curious about is 5 chess. Oh, it's Go Moku Narabe. Get 5 in a row or get lost. And it looks like it's going to be, a giant Go board, but instead you're just lining up. It's almost kind of like Othello, but not quite. Like I'm black, right? So, yeah, instead of connect 4, you're just trying to connect 5 of them here. Like I can do that. Probably block. Yeah, see? So again, another Famicom exclusive for your gaming pleasure. Alright, Smoke Car. BB Car. I don't know this one. I'm not sure that this is a Famicom game. This might also be homebrew. And I don't think I've ever played this one before, so there you go. Is that glitch, or is that like a wall? Also, I kind of blew up into like a square. No, it's just meant to be a wall, I guess. Oh, you can drop stuff. This actually reminds me of Stunt Buggies of all games from Quattro Arcade. Very odd reference. We looked at that one recently in the Patreon podcast, where I play all the different NES games. I give everyone a sampling of the different NES games that I play each month. So if you've checked that out, you'd know what Stunt Buggies is all about. But yeah, this is weird. Never seen this before. And again, I don't think it's a Famicom game, but it's possible I'm slipping up on that. But regardless, this is just really, really neat. But let's see what else we got. So I guess we'll try to pick up the pace a little bit. We spent about half an hour here, and we're only done like one column of games. It's like 20 down, 1,080 to go. And, there's some obvious ones here, like Excite Bike, Zippy Bike, another Japanese Famicom exclusive game, Road Fight. I'm trying to think, I feel like I've heard that name. I guess we'll check it out. Road Fighter. Oh, I think Road Fighter was a Konami game, actually. A Famicom exclusive Konami game. That's where I'm remembering this from. Actually, it might have also had a PAL release as well. They're so weird how many Japanese games got localized to the PAL region, but we, for whatever reason, did not get them in North America. Don't know why companies like Konami hated us so much, but they did. They made it sure you know it. But alright, Road Fighter, everybody! We're fighting on the road! I've never seen anything like it. And it's funny, it's just like Zippy Race and such, too. Which was also one that was right next to it in the list. F1 Race, also like a really early Famicom exclusive. Made officially by Nintendo, but for whatever reason, never localized. You think it would have been perfect as like a black box NES launch title. I'm guessing these are like Mario Bros. Mr. Mary, a classic thing there. But I'm curious what Mr. Mary 2 would be then. I think, the Mario arcade game here doesn't need any introduction. but Mr. Mario 2. Ah, okay, there you go. Here's Super Mario Brothers. So again, another, value for your buck here. And also, it's that weird ROM hack of Mario 1 that uses the Super Mario Brothers 2J graphics instead. Like, that is just so cool. I love that. But for whatever reason, it's like the foreground graphics they changed, but not the sprites. Like the mushrooms don't have eyes and stuff. And here we are. Me forgetting how to play Mario 1 because I'm just so impressed by how they changed the graphics. Like, I love it. You only have one power-up on screen at a time. But yeah, I've always liked the Mario 2 graphics, like how they gave the brick blocks some extra detail. All the, this is kind of the game that introduces the clouds and all that having eyes and stuff. But yeah, that was my extremely poor performance in level 1 of Mario 1. But yeah, it's on here too. Mr. Mary 2 or whatever it was called apparently. Get it while it's hot. Alright, Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3 I think are explanatory. Wars? This is kind of a funny one. What could Wars be? Star Wars? Just looking at my shelf here. There's been a few wars, I guess. I guess we'll just find out. Whoa! Oh, Penguin Wars! Penguin Coon Wars. Wasn't this like like bowling balls or something at each other? Alright, here we go. Versus Calm. The Battle of the Ages. Now, my memory of this game is always that one time as a kid, we were on a summer vacation. And this other kid, who I was just chatting with, we were playing at like this local playground or something. He was like, hey, we should swap Game Boy games for a day. I'll take your like Pokemon Blue, and you can borrow my Penguin Wars on the Game Boy. And we'll trade back tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know about that. He's like, come on. And I'm like, I think we won't. And then the next day he was gone. So if we had done that, I never would have seen my Pokemon Blue again. See, you gotta have street smarts from like the moment you're 3 months old. But yeah, this is Penguin Wars, everyone. Another Famicom exclusive. And if I ever say that and it ends up being in PAL region as well, I apologize. Because again, it seems like they got everything that we didn't get on the NES for some reason. But let me reset that. Alright, so tennis, soccer, Puyon, another Famicom game, balloon fight, pinball, baseball, lunar pool, and probably 10-yard fight. All self-explanatory enough. Maybe it would surprise us if we checked each one, but I think it's pretty understandable what those games are in terms of being NES games. But now over here, Formation Z is a Famicom exclusive game from Jaleco, I believe. Formation 2, though. What's Formation 2? Volgard 2, okay. Again, a Famicom exclusive. Just so many Famicom exclusives. I love it. So again, who needs to collect that stinky Famicom? And you can have Arabian 1100, which has like pretty much all those games already. Of course, these are all like the more basic games. A lot of shooters, a lot of just like simpler stuff. You're probably not going to find Castlevania 3 on here with the gooder music. But still, it's a nice sampling of what the Famicom had that we didn't back in ye olden days. But let me reset that. And hey, it's smart enough to keep us on page 2 here. 1942, B-Wing. These again are all Japanese exclusives. Destroyer. Is that a Famicom game? Destroyer. Sky Destroyer. Oh yeah, another Famicom exclusive from Taito, I believe, but you wouldn't know it after they just turned all the copyright information to blue bars down there. But it's actually a fairly nice looking third-person plane shoot 'em up here. I haven't spent too much time with this one, but I got that like nice water going by every once in a while. There'll be like an island that you can see. It's pretty rad, to admit. I'm a lot more into like the shmups than I am the third-person ones, but I can dig this, especially from back when it was. This is an earlier Taito game, so it's pretty impressive for the time. Choplifter, Star Force, Stargate. I don't remember an NES game, Stargate. Star Force for sure. Stargate. Stargate. Star Trek. Stargate. Stargate. I know this music though. This is gonna be like a ROM hack or something. Oh, wait. This is... Isn't this like Defender 2? Or is this like Defender 1? On the NES, we only got Defender 2. I know I've played this, the Famicom version of it. But the real name is slipping my mind, and I don't believe it's Stargate. But it's a lot like Defender 2 if you have an NES and you have Defender 2. You essentially already own this game. But okie dokie. That's a game if I've ever seen one. Again, more Famicom exclusive, like so many Famicom exclusives. Combat. Which combat? Like there's the Atari 2600 combat. Was there an NES, a Famicom game just called Combat? Field Combat. See, I understand that they're not actually like the real names of Famicom games, but this is indeed a Famicom exclusive. Now that I see the full name, although I don't really get it. It's like a spaceship. Like, there you go. We did it. Just trying to ram our way through didn't work, but maybe if we shoot them instead. Like, why does that guy running into you cause you to blow up? Whatever this is that you're driving, it's literally the weakest thing that's ever been invented in human history. Alright, we should take our time and not rush it. Like, I am literally blowing them up, and they just kind of fall down for a second, and then they get back up again. This is the weakest machine for fighting that's ever been made. Hey, I pressed A on that and like didn't shoot. Probably there's like a sprite limitation thing going on probably. All right, look at that. I did it. Now get lost. Get through the hole. Yeah, we saved the world. So yeah, Field Combat, everyone. Play it now. What else we got? You know, Twin Bee. That's actually available on Nintendo Switch Online, I believe, even though we never got that in North America. Space E.T. Now I've seen everything. Oh, it's like... I mean, it looks like... Yeah! It's Space Invaders, which we never got on the NES, but there was actually Space Invaders on the Famicom. So again... Like, and again, is this what the one on the Famicom looks like? This is like so primitive, but I think Space Invaders was actually Taito's very first Famicom game. So, see, I could believe that it was this primitive back in like 1984. But okie dokie. Alright, Frontline, Millipede, Mahjong 2 and Mahjong 4. Again, all Japanese exclusives here. This is great. Lode Runner 1, and then there was a Lode Runner 2 Championship Edition exclusive to Japan. There you go. So if you've ever, beaten the NES Lode Runner, there was actually a sequel exclusive to the Famicom. And it's like from the first level, it's actually really tough. It doesn't hold any punches right from the start. The original Lode Runner has like 0 difficulty curve. From the instant that you started, it's already really tough, but like I don't think I can stand on top of those guys, right? Like, oh, okay, yes, I can. So you do a thing like that. So the way Lode Runner works is if you press B, it digs a hole to your left, and if you press A, it digs a hole to your right. And you gotta not get stuck in the hole, while also avoiding Bomberman, who's like out to destroy you for some reason. And you also have to collect like all the gold dust lying around. And once you do, a ladder appears and you can climb it to the next level. And sometimes there's like fake floors too, because just in case you didn't have enough on your plate already. You gotta do like a sneaky thing like that. Lode Runner was fun, but 50 levels I think was enough of it for me, like the OG 50 levels. Lode Runner Championship Edition I have not beat. Maybe if there's like a really rainy day. So far we've got like over 50 games, and I'm impressed. We've had a really nice selection so far. Dig Dug 1 and Dig Dug 2. We only got Dig Dug 2 in North America. If you want to play some OG Dig Dug, you actually have to either buy the Famicom game or get your hands on this flash card. And I think we all prefer Dig Dug 1. Dig Dug 2, he's like sinking islands into the Pacific. It's a weird game, and I don't think what people typically want when they're looking for some Dig Dug action. You want to burst this red guy. If you can't do that, is it really a Dig Dug game? And there you go. Who doesn't love Dig Dug? All right, Wrestle 1 and Wrestle 2. You got, of course, pro wrestling. One of them might be like tag team wrestling. But Ninja 1 and Ninja 2. These aren't going to be like Ninja Gaiden, are they? Ninja Kun. Oh, this is like Ninja Maru. Yeah. Well, he ain't jumping. Oh, apparently he jumps sometimes very laggily. Ooh, but he's got to jump on an angle. He can't just jump straight up. That's his gimmick. We're gonna be like king of the mountain here. I thought that was a projectile coming at my head, but apparently it was like a good thing. All right, I guess we gotta defeat them all. All right, this is one I'm not too familiar with, and the way it looks, perhaps it will stay that way for another day. Ninja Fight, though. This is probably just gonna be like Karate Champ. That's my guess. Karate Champ. No, Iki, really? This is a weird NES game. Or sorry, Famicom exclusive. Another one I haven't touched too much. I like how you have to wait like 3 years before it even starts up. I think this was based on like a manga or something. But he goes around, he's throwing stuff at dudes. No one touches my rice field. Here we go, and then he's dead. Urban Champion, Karateka, really? Another Japanese exclusive. This is like, it's like I hope you're ready for the most realistic karateing on the NES. Touch him, and you're insta-dead. The end, we beat it. It doesn't say game over, it says the end. That means we won the game. Karateka, one we'll have to look at more in depth someday. It's a funny one. And again, one we never got in North America, so. Kung Fu, Ice Climbers. That's probably that penguin one, the Penguin Antarctic Adventure. So yeah, here's the thing. It's called Super Arabian. No sign of Prince of Persia yet, but is this going to be the NES game Arabian? Oh, it looks like it. Here's Super Arabian. Interesting. You think they would put this as like the #1 game, considering the motif that the cart uses, even though it does steal the cover art from Prince of Persia for some reason, when they could have just stolen it from Super Arabian. So, but there you go. We got the letter L. We got the letter A. Wow, you just get close to anything and he's dead. I have zero experience with this Famicom game, so as you can probably tell. But we can climb up the things and we can spell letters. I'm guessing I was probably supposed to actually take like the spelling seriously. Wow, no fall damage in this game. I appreciate that. Alright, here it is. Letter N. It's laminin. Yeah. Wow, they're in like a cave. Okay, this is cool. This looks like, of all things, this looks like Donkey Kong Jr. from, or is it Donkey Kong Jr. or Donkey Kong 2 from Game & Watch Gallery 3? It's a weird reference. We streamed that one day. But that is what this is reminding me of right now, with the birds and the things climbing the ropes. Maybe there was actually some inspiration taken from this when they made that. You have to wonder. But okay, Super Arabian, not too shabby. I understand why you'd want to name your flashcard after this. Actually, it's Arabian Nights 1101. So, alright though. So, Popeye, Mappy, Burger Time, Nuts and Milk. Like, again, so many Famicom exclusives. We're 80 games in. I don't think there's been a double yet. So, by Multicart standards, that's pretty darn good. Binary Land, Clue Clue Land, Devil World, 2-turn pair. Like, again, you know, I'm not playing every single game, but just right there, like, again, what an amazing selection we're getting here. But oh no, here we're starting with like 1, 2. That's concerning. That's telling me that those are probably like doubles with maybe like a ROM hack element to it, like infinite health or something. Okay, what's 2-turn pair? Oh, this also might be homebrew. It's like matching. Yeah, it's like what's it called? Shanghai? No. Yes. No. Yes. That thing we all used to play on like Windows XP. Or maybe it wasn't Windows XP. Something we used to play this on back in the day. Can I like decancel that, please? There we go. So you gotta clear them all out by finding matching ones, but you can't do like ones in the middle? Oh, you can do ones in the middle, but maybe only because they were like directly touching. Yeah, they have to have like a path to get to each other. So like we could do these two. I gotta deselect that one first. So like these two. Again, so this isn't even a Famicom game or an NES game, I don't think. But the fact that you can enjoy it now on your Arabian Nights 1101 sounds pretty cool to me. This is awesome. But again, it unfortunately looks like our luck might just be about to run out, as just under 100 games here, we're starting to see kind of these repeated ones now with these weird red numbers. Like Wild Ball. I guess yeah, so what's Frog River and Wild Ball? Frogger? There's no Frogger on NES. But someone apparently made a homebrew version of it. Whoa! I have never played this. I'm not sure what the... I tried to go back down. I guess you can't go down? If you... Yeah, you can't go down. That's really interesting. So you better be sure that you can get to where you want to go. Upwards. There ain't no going back. Oh, okay. I gotta do it like 6 times. Okay. Frogger, though, on the NES? I've never played Frogger on the NES. Again, because like there's no Famicom version, no NES version. Only in Homebrew Zone does this exist. This is crazy. And I love that about these multi-carts. Again, you just never know what you're going to find. And it's been a really nice selection of like, a lot of Famicom games, some completely new homebrew games. Even some nice NES games like that Tengen Tetris. Again, technically unlicensed. But, a game that we got here in North America. But it's pretty cool to see it on here. And again, that's why I'm loving to check out these oddball ones that I'm not sure exactly what the names are, because that was neat. Wild Ball. What do you think Wild Ball is going to be? Oh, yeah, that Wild Ball. It says Yakyu can, baseball fist? Oh, it's rock, paper, scissors. But we probably shouldn't do too much more of it. What, like, is this all the game is? Like, what? Maybe I'm supposed to be beating the one at the top. Oh, okay. Here I thought that my hand's the top one. I'm trying to beat the bottom one, but no, I need to use the rock apparently. Oh, and I can use the D-pad to change what it is. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for you to have scissors then. If you ever have scissors. Oh, that was a quick one. Okay. So that's health on the right. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a tie. Oh, so okay. Oh, so tie sets me back one. Got it. Now, let's see. So if I get the paper here. Alright. That's enough. That's enough. Oh, the flashing one's the one that's going to disappear next. Okay. And we're not too into the danger zone. Oh, video game developers. What do you come up with next? Okay. Well, now that we've escaped that, we got Clue Clue Land X. Again, I'm curious just what you know, different things these different versions might add. What's Spearhead? Again, it sounds like Bomberman. Whoa! It's Bomberman, but we plays the guy from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends? This is weird. So yeah, we're getting like legit, you know, ROM hacks and graphic hacks and stuff on here as well. And again, you know, these multi-carts are from like, you know, the 90s, like early mid 90s probably. So to think back then, you know, ROM hacks are such a common thing now. Like anyone can crack open a copy of Bomberman and make their own graphics hack. But back then, this is pretty crazy to see, I have to admit. And of course, the point of Bomberman is you got to beat every single enemy in the stage and then find the door to get out. And that takes like 13 years. So let's skadoot out of this one. And again, like, look at all these variations of it. Like, let's quickly... What is this? Oh, X lets you... I know this music. Oh, it bothers me that I can't... I've beaten an NES game with this music in it. Yes, yes. Yeah, yes. I wish I could. It's right there. It's right there. Oh, no, 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 no. Something. I know it. So yeah, so the X version allows you to skip ahead then. You can add in like all these funky, like other. I wonder what other is. Well, we're doing everything 10. Well, we said level 10, which apparently means level 9. Hey, I asked for 10 power, not like nothing. Oh, I was hoping maybe we were invincible. Well, we skipped ahead in a couple levels anyway. Maybe it's because I did too much power. I don't think you can actually get like power level 10. Hey! Oh wait, no. Yeah, sometimes the block layouts change. Interesting though. Very, very interesting. So yeah, now you know if you see an X version, you can kind of mess with some of the settings. That's pretty cool. But unfortunately though, again, it looks like we're going to have probably about 100 games on here. Not the 1,100 we were promised. Okay, just for another fun, let's just do like a 5. Anything else different? No. Oh, the music though. All right, this it counts as a whole new game. Oh, what? What? Oh. I'm invincible. The bombs blow up when I press B, so it's like I have the detonator item thing. And I don't take damage. Now this is the way to play Bomberman. I approve of this. Bomberman can be kind of a slow game. So, you know, this is pretty exciting. And again, I don't think you ever actually get bombs that are so powerful they extend the whole length of the screen. But there you go. Now where's that door? Okay. Oh, so we have all power-ups. There's even one where you can like walk through blocks. That's the best. I love that power-up. Okay, so it didn't actually go the full length. Just looked like it was going really far. There's the door. Alright, I think we've seen enough Bomberman or whatever this character is supposed to be at this point, so let's move on. So we understand the concept of how, you know, these different numbered ones work. Ms. Pac-Man. But it looks like there's still a couple new games mixed in that aren't just kind of repeats, like Hognail. What the heck's a Hognail? Hey, well, it sounds like Donkey Kong. I love the glitched graphics at the bottom. I feel like I should know... What is this? That's weird. I feel like I should know what these graphics are from. We got like a pig guy and... Oh, I don't know what DK is supposed to be. Some kind of blowfish? But we're still rescuing Pauline. That's all that matters. And like some of the, you know, the floor looks really weird. I'm not sure what they were getting at here. But again, this isn't a completely new game. I think Donkey Kong was already featured on this multi-cart earlier. But it, you know, if you're into graphics hacks, then you're gonna love this game. Ah, no Pie Factory, unfortunately. Alright, let's reset that again. Alright, what else we got? We got Leg Bear. Don't skip Leg Bear. I think this is Nuts and Milk? It is. But you're just like someone's legs walking around. Alright, this is kind of a stretch for a graphics hack. I was on board with the graphics hacking until this one happened. Alright, let's quickly look through some of the other ones, like Slow Nail? Like, so Nail is Donkey Kong now? Like, how slow is it gonna move? Alright, we still got the funky graphics. We're half of a Koopa Troopa now. I mean, slow, I guess, because he's a turtle, but he doesn't appear to be moving any slower than anyone else ever is. Alright, they're really stretching now to get those extra games on here. But, you know, it had like a solid 100 games nearly. Between exclusive, Famicom exclusives, and homebrews, and even just NES games, which weren't that bad. So, I give this multi-cart credit where it's due for sure. But, unfortunately, still falling short of that number of games we were hoping to get. Alright, so Nail apparently means Donkey Kong now. Again, like Apple Red. Battle City again. So yeah, even the games that sound different now are apparently all just ROM hacks of games we've played previously. But just, yeah, how funky. Alright, how about Snow Lady? Is this Circus Charlie? Yeah, we never did Circus Charlie earlier. But now we are. Jump over those monkeys. That's what we do. Alright, so it looks like we're really scraping the bottom now. Dark Stones got me a little curious. Oh, wasn't this Road Fighter? Dark Stone and Road Fighter? Where's the connection there? Wait a second, isn't that the diamond block from Puzznick? So they're just taking graphics from other games and smashing them on... Like, I wonder if like each one is stored as like an individual ROM hack, or if they just tell like a game to read the graphics bank from like a different game, and so without actually having, you know, a whole bunch of different games on there, they're making it look like, ah, that's so interesting. And just when you consider the era that these multi-carts were out there for sale, you know, there's lots of multi-carts out there today, ones with like Mega Man ROM hacks on them, or the 200 best NES games or whatever. So easy to just slap ROMs onto anything these days, but back then they had to get creative. You know, the chips cost like a lot more money back then, and the space wasn't so plentiful. So they had to get really creative when it came to things like this, and honestly, you know, again, I said I didn't want to see Puzznick anymore, but this is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. So now, just for fun, I think, again, we're pretty satisfied in terms of what we've looked at here, but does anything really stand out? Like UFO Diamond. See, it catches my eye because it's not one that has like a whole bunch of hacks after it. UFO Diamond, but then, is it this the diamond block from Puzznick again? Oh no, it's Space Invaders again. Where like slightly different graphics again. So yeah, that's all after like about number 100. That's all it seems to be. It's just a bunch of graphics hacks. But Mari head, you want to see Mario's head on something? I know you do. Bomberman again? Bomberman must be like the easiest game to graphics hack. I mean that's Mario, but that's interesting. That's Mario from Mario 3. We did not see Mario 3 on here. We only saw Mario 1, so why is there a Mario 3 Mario? Did I miss Mario 3? in the list somewhere? It's got me a little bit worried now. I want to play Mario 3. I want to play a ROM hack of Mario 3 made in like 1993. I guess we'll have to go back and check. Alright, so if we go back... Yeah, see, there was only Mr. Mario 1 and 2. And that was Mario Bros. That was Super Mario Brothers. If anyone sees, like, Super Mario Brothers 3, I'd love to hear. I don't see anything like that, though. Some weird sounds that play sometimes, though. Mari Head. That's the different ones. But that appears to be it then for the 1101. I hope that you enjoyed seeing that. That was a lot of fun checking out. Wow, for that first 100 games. Was I excited to go into each one not knowing what we were going to get. Unfortunately, it looks like the end here is a little bit disappointing. Again, all the names are so intriguing, yet at the same time, it's like Dischead. Like me like Discoon from the Famicom Disk System. Yeah, it seems to all be Bomberman after a certain point. No! What is this? What game is this guy from? Alright, can we go backwards? That's a question. No, you can't. If you want to see the end of that list, you gotta go through it legit. So I'm just gonna scroll here, not even paying too much attention to what it says anymore, because I want to wrap things up. I think we've been playing for nearly an hour. By the time I get this all edited, it'll probably be just a bit under that. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing a really bizarre NES Multicart from way back in the day. All the crazy stuff that it included, and I was having so much fun playing all those different unique games. Unfortunately, we got stuck in ROM hack zone here. But, you know, that's kind of to be expected. I really wasn't expecting it to have 1,100 games on it. There was like 1,050 games for the Famicom. So I would have been really impressed if it had all of those on it, plus like 50 NES games or something like that. But from the looks of it, look at that. It's number 1,000. They gotta do like a funky... The 10 is all like one kind of tile there. At the beginning of 1,000. Saw Xtal. Evil Witch. Like, again, the names are so intriguing, but you know it's Bomberman. You just know it's going to be Bomberman. And there you go. The last game. Frog River. Again, it's going to be Frogger again, isn't it? Oh, I know it! I know it! This music is the 4th stage of each world in Adventure Island. Yes! I'm sure that's it. I'm sure that's it. Because I had to listen to this freaking song for like a billion hours to beat the last level. Yes, I got it. I'm so happy I figured it out before the video ended. Alright, Frog River one more time. And again, just when you're playing these old multi-carts, you never know when you're going to find something weird like this that never actually even came out for the NES or Famicom. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed as we look through this, and hope you'll join me next time for something different. What was your favorite game on here? And also, have you ever had any fun with NES multi-carts yourself? I'd love to hear that down in the comments below. But again, thanks, see ya, and have a great day.